Welcome back to Ozarks Live. Tom is learning some helpful tips about sweets from Audrey today over at Hy-Vee on Battlefield.
That's right, Tom. What do people need to know for sweets? Do we avoid them altogether, or are some okay?
You know, whatever I answer is not going to be as good as whatever Audrey is going to answer, of course, and she is the registered dietitian here at Hy-Vee. Good to see you as always.
See you.
Okay, they want to know, I mean,
Okay.
what's the deal with sweets? Can we eat them? Do we have to stay away? What? Tell me.
Yes, that's a really great question that a lot of people have a question about. What do I do with sweets? Because a lot of people crave them, a lot of people want them.
Okay.
So I know with dietitians, sometimes it can be a little, you don't know what they're going to say. But from us as Hy-Vee dietitians, we say we can keep the sweets in the diet. We're just going to kind of watch portion control and when we're eating them as well.
Okay. Oh, well, let's talk a little bit about that when we're eating them, because, a lot of times it's late at night. You've had dinner maybe an hour or two ago, and then you get this sweet attack. You're sitting in front of television, and you want to do this for the last couple hours that you're up. Not a good idea.
It wouldn't be one that I recommend.
Okay.
I know usually what I kind of recommend for those sweet cravings at nighttime, have that sweet right after dinner time. So say you have a real balanced dinner. I have the My Plate right up here that is kind of our basis for our dinners.
Okay.
So having a protein, having some kind of grain, each of those being a fourth of your plate, and having fruits and vegetables as half of your plate can really help make you feel fuller because of that fiber. You'll want less of that sweet as well. So having that sweet right after dinner time, after having those vegetables, protein, grain, that's going to help you decrease the amount of sugar you're having, while also decreasing the craving later in the day.
Am I hearing then that dessert is a good thing?
Okay.
In that way of thinking?
I would say.
But I'm not saying eat a whole pie. I don't mean
Right.
that.
Yes, I would say if after dinner time, if you're craving something sweet, kind of give into that craving a little bit.
Okay.
Sometimes when we avoid those cravings can build up and up and up, and that's usually when we binge those cravings.
That's when you eat the whole pie.
That's when you eat the whole gallon of ice cream, or that's when you eat the whole pie.
Okay, but now that kind of pertains to the first thing you said, which is portion control.
So I know with portion control, sometimes that can be a little bit hard sometimes, especially when those sweets are really calling your name. So I always kind of recommend some of the things that I have up here. So one of the ones that I always like to say that still has that sweetness to it without necessarily all of those sugars are those Greek yogurts. So you're getting that real good sweet flavor. You can always pair it with stuff too. You can pair it with nuts so that you're getting those good fats in there to help you feel fuller more too.
Right.
You can pair it with some really great produce that we have here at Hy-Vee, like berries. You could do oranges, pineapple. You could really customize it to make it whatever you want.
Natural sugars.
Yes, natural sugars. I also have Catalina Crunch up here. This is more of like a high fiber, high protein granola that you could either do for a cereal as kind of a late night snack or after dinner snack.
Right.
Or you could put it in your yogurt too. These ones have 9 grams of fiber in it and 11 grams of protein. So that's really going to bump everything up, but you're still getting that sweet flavor. They have real great flavors like Cinnamon Toast Crunch too.
Right.
And they also have like a honey graham and then like a dark chocolate too, which is my favorite.
Okay, now in the best of all possible worlds then, okay, that kind of thing works. What if I get one of those attacks right before I'm going to go to bed?
That's a really, really great question. So sometimes our hunger cues and our thirst cues are the same.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you get that, I really want to eat something, I would kind of recommend doing either a pre-portioned little food item. I have some peanut butter cups up here as well as some Catalina Crunch little Oreos. You could always have 1 or 2 of those with some milk so that you're getting some extra protein.
Right.
Or you could drink something. So I have some teas up here that you could sweeten with honey, or you could crush some fruit in there too to kind of give it that sweetness. Or you might just need to drink some water. Sometimes that water can help fill us up a little bit, bring down that craving so that we're not as hungry, or get rid of that.
I have heard before, if you want something and you don't know what it is, it's usually your body saying, I want water.
Usually what I tell myself personally is I say, I feel that hunger cue, and to kind of see if it's water or if it's actual hunger, I say, would I have this? Like, would I have an apple right now? And if I kind of say, no, I wouldn't have that, it's usually that thirst cue that's coming in.
Okay, all right. And I think also, I mean, you've got the great fruits and different things like that. Maybe keep things cut up so you can rapidly get to them, not have to do work before you're going to go to bed?
Oh my goodness, yes. So I know a lot of the times our fruit and vegetables go bad because we just don't want to prepare them.
Yeah.
We kind of buy them, we put them in our fridge, we forget about them, and then they go bad. You can either prep them all at one time beforehand, or Hy-Vee has shortcuts where they are little containers that are already pre-cut fruits and vegetables, so they're ready to go for you. So you can just pull them out of the fridge, you can open them up, and then kind of start snacking on them with something like Greek yogurt or peanut butter, beef jerky sticks, whatever you want.
So, okay, you've given us, the idea of don't necessarily give up, substitute, be a little smarter about it. And we're going to talk about something when we come back that, I mean, it sounds really tasty. So yeah, right now we'll throw it back to you, but come back in a little bit.
Thank you so much, Tom. I love the ideas of how to get my sweets in without like sacrificing nutrition.
Yeah,
it's really
absolutely.
good stuff.